After handshake government ya President Uhuru Kenyatta na Baba Raila Amolo Odinga in 2018, what they started doing, walikuwa wamejaribu ni kuintroduce housing levy, which was fought in court, ikaangushwa. They tried to increase NSSF rates, ikapigwa tena kotini, ikaangushwa. Wakajaribu kufanya NHIF vile imefanywa sahihi kama SHA, waongeze rates pia, ikaangushwa. And of course the biggest one was BBI, which iliangushwa at the Supreme Court. And the person who was behind all these court cases is none other than the current president, anaitwa William Kipchirchir Samoei Arap Ruto. He was the one funding BBI case ya NSSF. And at that time, President Uhuru Kenyatta na Baba Raila Amolo Odinga walikuwa hawawezi kupitisha hizi vitu through parliament. So, and the reason why they could not pass them through parliament is because Ruto had taken not half, but he had taken all the MPs from Mount Kenya. They were behind him. And of course, his Kalenjin backyard MPs, wote walikuwa ndani ya meli yake. So, Baba na Uhuru walikuwa wamebakia tu na Luo Nyanza, members of parliament. So they could not ratify these decisions on the increased taxation bila bunge. So that is why they were trying through executive order. Na hizo zote zikaangushwa in courts. Fast forward to 2022, Ruto amekuwa president. After amekuwa president, the first order of business ilikuwa ni kuhakikisha he had 99% ya bunge in his camp. So wale watu wote ambao walikuwa wamevai sijui UDM, sijui hata ODM, kina Jalango, kina this Nairobi woman rep, anaitwa nani mama, Esther Passaris, sawa, akawapiga mapesa wote, kina nani wa Jubilee, Sabina Chege, who is nominated by Jubilee, but then akaingia ndio muelewe. I need you to understand like how urgent it was for Ruto to make sure that all these new taxation laws pass. Because he hakutaka hakutaka pingamizi kabisa, like what happened to President Uhuru Kenyatta na Baba Raila Amolo Odinga after the 2018 handshake. So this guy basically akafanya kitu inaitwa state capture ya parliament, and all these bills zenye zilikuwa zimepingwa from 2018, all these moves za increased taxation, immediately alipoingia tu ni kuzipitisha bunge. NSSF rates ongeza, so in accordance to what the court had stipulated during the battles 2018. So NSSF immediately ikaongezwa, rates ikaongezwa, and every year rates zitazidi kuongezeka. Immediately after that, housing levy ikalazimishwa, sawa, and then we went to court, ikaangushwa, and then I don't know what happened huko, but housing levy ikapitishwa, and now 1.5% ya kila Mkenya mshahara inakatwa. Faster tunaenda. Immediately after that, NHIF piga chini, geuza ikuwe SHA, still 104 billion shillings in advance ya kulipia software ambayo it costs less than 1 billion Kenyan shillings. And then you know what, faster tu, yani ni increase rates, add to taxation. His President Ruto's first finance bill 2023 immediately imeongeza nini? Taxes. Every aspect. Ongeza taxes. VAT ya mafuta from 8% pandisha to 16%. OCE, hizi mambo za creatives, hizi kazi ambayo mimi nafanya sahi, withholding tax ilikuwa sijui ni 5%, kimbiza paka 15%, mara 25%. And his regime is basically a taxation regime. Sawa? And the worst part about the taxation is that the money then is outrightly looted by President Ruto and his people immediately. Like ile wakishaongeza tu rate ya kitu hivi, wanaiba hiyo pesa. Housing levy, hizo contracts zote iba. You know, it is just theft, looting. Until juzi, the reason why I'm making this video, Auditor General report for financial year ending June 2025. UDA, United Democratic Alliance, has not paid taxes, pay-as-you-earn taxes and statutory deductions for its employees. If you don't know, UDA ni nini? UDA ndio chama ya President Ruto. President Ruto is the party leader of United Democratic Alliance. Sawa? And he is telling us that we need to tighten our belts, tukue taxed. Sawa? Let us be taxed. Tosha tufinywe kabisa. Meanwhile, his party for 2023-2024 financial year has not submitted pay-as-you-earn statutories. So I mean housing levy, I mean SHA, I mean NSSF, I mean pay-as-you-earn. Hawajalipa. Sawa, 2024-2025 financial year, hawajalipa. A total of 69 million Kenyan shillings. Milioni 69 million Kenyan shillings. UDA has not paid. If you run a business, for those who run a small business or whatever it is, sawa, wewe shindwa kulipa pay as you earn tarehe 9. Shindwa kulipa VAT obligation tarehe 9. Uniambie kama unaweza kuendelea kufanya hiyo biashara na KRA around you. Jaribu kutolipa housing levy. Try if you are a small business, or even if you are a big business. So how does a president who is so focused on taxing Kenyans, sawa, how is a president who is so focused on talking about middle income country and development and whatever, refuses to pay taxes in his own party? What will be the reason? And today I'm going to say it. I will tell you the reason why he doesn't pay and he doesn't want to pay. The reason is because President Ruto hates the Republic of Kenya. He hates Kenyans. When he looks at us, yeye huona hawa ni mafala, hawa ni wajinga wangu. Sawa, these are basically my slaves. And he can do whatever he wants in this country. And that is why UDA has not remitted taxes and statutory deductions to the authorities that are necessary. That's the only reason. I have been saying this on my X application for a long time on my Facebook. Today I'm putting it on video. Ruto hates you. You are a Kenyan. He wishes that you disappear off the face of the earth. Yeye akae huku atawale vile anataka. Like he is a king or something. Kama yeye ni mfalme fulani. That is the only reason why UDA will not remit its tax obligations, a pay-as-you-earn, and statutory deductions. Because if he loved this country, he would say each and every organization associated with me, si mimi nakata wa Kenya huko, lipeni tax, pay on time. Si mimi naongeza tax, na nyinyi pia make sure mme comply. But because it is not in him, sawa, to follow the constitution, to follow the rule of law. That is the exact reason why. Hiyo ndio sababu pekee. UDA has 69 million shillings which has not been paid. And we will not have known all these things. Some of these things kama sio huyo Auditor General. Huyo mama amefanya kazi. Miss Nancy Gadungu amefanya kazi ya ku-expose a lot of nonsense that President Ruto does in his hate for the Republic of Kenya, in his hate for Kenyans. Because the only reason why such a thing can happen is because President Ruto hates you. He hates us. Yani wa Kenya, sisi kwake we are takataka, we are garbage. That is why ataambia wale UDA msilipe tax. Nani ni president? Si mimi ndio president. I can imagine sa hiyo anatamba namna hii. I'm the president. So msilipe, don't pay that tax. Don't pay. Watu watafanya nini? Watadu. Watu watafanya maandamano, si tutawatumia goons, tutawapiga, tutawatumia polisi wawaue. That is most likely what he says. And that is the only reason why the State House budget is just mind-boggling. 17 billion so far umwaka. Jamaa what are you doing in State House with 17 billion? Alafu wanafunzi wetu wanapewa 90 bob per student kwa shule. 90 bob. And that is inclusive of books. So you are killing our education. Sawa? The taxes that you are forcing us to pay, which you have increased, sawa, You are taking all of it in State House and eating it. What are you doing with that money, Mr. President? President Ruto, unafanya nini na hii pesa? Alafu hiyo tax yetu uibe State House, sawa? Alafu wewe ukatae kulipa, chama yako ikatae kulipa. I can assure you every other business associated with President Ruto, ukienda kufanya uchunguzi, whether it is Weston Hotel, whether it is hizi kazi kampuni za mafuta, whatever it is that he does business, his farming activities, he does not pay tax. I am telling you. Mimi am guaranteeing you 100% President Ruto, any business associated with him and his cronies and his goon friends and his criminal friends, they do not pay tax. Ile vita yenye alikuwa anajifanya anapiga kina dynasty, sijui kina Uhuru Kenyatta, kina sijui Raila Odinga before 2022, ilikuwa ni uchungu, ilikuwa ni wivu. Hawa jamaa wanaishi tu kifahari, they don't pay tax. Ngoja na mimi nishike kiti. I am guaranteeing you that UDA, the only reason why tunajua UDA hailipi hiyo taxes is because it has an obligation to be audited by the Auditor General, kwa sababu it is a public political party which receives money from financing from the government or funding from the government. But I'm guaranteeing you here today, any business that William Ruto is a shareholder or he owns it directly or through proxy does not pay taxes. It does not remit VAT obligations, does not remit withholding tax obligations, does not remit pay as you earn obligations. Hizo SHA zenu nyinyi mnashinda mkinyongwa nazo, which SHA doesn't even work in hospital. Sawa? All this housing levy ya nyumba ambazo we know kabisa it is outright theft of the Kenyans money. All these things, I am guaranteeing you President Ruto does not pay in his personal companies, because he goes around akiambia akitamba yeni. And you must remember where I'm coming from. That is why nimeanza from 2018. SHA, housing levy, NSSF rates kuongezwa. Sawa, all these things zilianza na President Uhuru Kenyatta, lakini hakuwa na bunge at that time. Akajaribu kuzilazimisha through executive order, zikaangushwa chini through the courts, because the people must be involved in the decision making on changes to their taxation or whatever. So lazima zipite through bunge. So now that has happened, yeye akakalia kiti, immediately akaratify. Ndio maana that is why he took over parliament. That is why alifanya state capture ya parliament, because hataki chochote kile ambacho yeye anataka kuongeza kama ushuru kipingwe. That is why housing levy is now institutionalized through parliament. SHA, the same thing. NSSF, increase rates, the same thing. And the worst part, like I said earlier, is that even after they have added, onto all these taxes, sawa, these guys sasa ndio looting ikashika vizuri. Kina Kipchumba Murkomen wanatembea na masaa za 10 million bob na magunia ya pesa, na ndio wakitusi wananchi. President Ruto every little time, 1 million hapa, 2 million pale, 5 million peka. Hiyo pesa unatoa wapi? We know you are stealing that money. But then now if you want to steal our taxes and then you still don't want to pay taxes with your own political party, I'm telling you Kenyans, mimi ninawaambia, I am telling you for a fact, his private companies akina Weston Hotel, all that, whatever business President Ruto does, ukienda kuchunguza leo, those people are not paying taxes. Wana operate ni kama ambaye sijui ni United Nations. Kenyans, this is an appeal to you that today you must make a choice, and that choice is one term. That choice is Ruto must go. Because this person we put in office as president is an outright criminal. There is nothing else you can tell me to convince me that he has the best interest of Kenya, the Republic of Kenya, and Kenyans at heart. Hana hiyo utu kabisa, hana hiyo time. Yeye ni, how much money am I going to make for myself, kibinafsi, personally? Sawa? And if anyone is in the way, is trying to stop me, then ni kuwaondoa, either physically, vile alisema mambo matatu. Mnakumbuka akisema mambo matatu? Ya tatu silikuwa Sayuni. Unaondolewa physically by force. We have seen all these things. And that is the exact reason why UDA does not remit taxes. That is why UDA does not pay taxes. Because he is not here for good governance, for the rule of law, constitutionalism, fairness. Hana your time. Make the right decision. Make the right choice. 2027 ndio hii imefika. 2027 is here. 2027 is here. Thank you very much, as usual. Thank you for your comments. Asanteni sana for your subscriptions. Most importantly, kwa wale ambao wanaweka order za korosho, number ni 0799428109. Order your cashew nuts with me and let us continue the fight for the Republic of Kenya. Thank you.